We're here in Denver, Colorado for what should be another exciting game. Thanks for joining us this evening. Well, there are only a couple of weeks left in this season, and playoff spots are still up for grabs. We're just about ready to get this game underway as the Raiders square off against the Broncos. They're lined up for the kickoff, so let's get this game started. Pritchett is just about ready to kick this one away.
Number 31.
This one is handled by number 31. The offense heads out onto the field for the first time.
The
First and
Raiders
10.
will start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
They line up in the I formation. Crane sends a man in motion. Hands it off. Runs through the tackle. Burton is there for the tackle at the 23-yard line.
This is a spot where you want to show the defense that they have to respect the running game.
Ball on their own 23.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Everything you got.
The Broncos come out of the 46. Great move. Harris comes up to make the play at the 27. Kelly busted through for a few tough yards. Third down and 3 coming up.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
The Broncos line up in a 4-3. He gets the carry. With the pass, jumps and makes the catch. Crane is right on the mark with that throw.
Third down is when you really need your quarterback to be sharp, because the temptation to force something in is bigger. That time he found the right guy and he made a good throw.
It appeared he did a great job of keeping his balance along the sidelines.
Yeah, and the only question is, did he step out? That's what I think they're looking for in the booth.
The player was out of bounds when he caught the ball. Incomplete pass.
And that challenge was a good decision as the call is overturned.
Well, sometimes the official sees what you see and sometimes he sees something else. But this time, everyone could see the call had to be changed.
Sapp comes into the game for the punt. Claiborne looks like he's ready for the return. He signals for a fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 33-yard line. The Broncos will start the drive at the 33-yard line. First and 10.
All right, now.
The Raiders come out in a nickel package. Jones comes up to make the play. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
It was a great run. He saw his blockers create some room for him, and he accelerated right through the hole.
Ball on their own 45.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Will.
Only one man in the backfield. Number 11 with a man in motion. They give it to the halfback. It's on the ground. The Broncos pick up the fumble. They got that one back. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Watch your eyes. Hey, let's go one deep.
Sanders, the lone setback. Greg comes in motion.
Hey, watch the ball.
Hand it off to the back. Shaw is there on the stop at the 44. To move the chains again after another long gain on the ground.
You know, I was talking to the coach the other day, and he said he wanted to emphasize the run a little more. And that's exactly what we're seeing.
First and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line.
You turning it up. Defense, get ready.
Sanders, the lone back.
Regular.
With the counter play. Douglas comes up to make the play at the 40-yard line.
It's important to pound the defense with a run. Sooner or later, they're going to bend.
4-yard gain on the play. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
The Raiders come out on a nickel tackle. One play, Watson is there for the tackle at the 38.
I know they didn't get much, but it's all about making the defense respect the fact that you're willing to run.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Langford, the lone setback. Steps up into the pocket. Pressure. Great effort that time, John. He's clearly one of the best in the league.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, he might never be better than he is right now.
Foster will try to pin them inside the 10. They'll spot this one where it went out. Inside their own 20.
Ball on the 12-yard line.
Be careful.
Denver comes out in a 4-3. Hand off to the tailback. Number 25. He's there on the stop at the 18.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
It's second down and 3 to go.
On the 18-yard line.
We're talking about green. What's left?
The Broncos come out in a 4-3. With a counterplay. Keeps his feet moving. Robinson comes up to make the play at the 27-yard line. And he was able to create a lot of space on that run, John.
Well, it started with some good blocking. And when he got through there, he turned upfield, and they weren't in position to tackle him.
Ball on their own 27.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Ain't no thing. Check it.
The Broncos with a 4-man front. On the call, they'll spot this one at the 35-yard line. Let's see what the call is here. Looks like it might be
on the offense.
coming.
Number 62.
A team has to show discipline and execute properly out there. If they don't, they'll find it's much harder to overcome the other team and get a win.
Ball on the 18-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. From the start. From the start.
The Broncos come out in a nickel package.
It's showtime, baby. Play it. Play it.
Pressure coming. Steps up into the pocket with the throw. Incomplete pass. They dropped additional people into the secondary, but still generated an excellent pass rush.
And that gives you a lot of flexibility calling your defense. If the guys up front are good at creating pressure, then you don't have to blitz as often, giving you the ability to double cover an opponent's best receiver.
Blue day. All day, baby.
The Broncos come out in a nickel package. Long throw.
I think the quarterback just let that one get away.
Pearson was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
Third and long. Ball on the 18-yard line.
Let's go. There we go.
They line up in the I formation. They'll go with a play fake. With the pass, Tanner makes the stop. It's good for a first down, John, on a 3rd and long.
The playbook is not exactly full of plays for 3rd and long, but they found the right one, and they ran it perfectly.
Ball on their own 39.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
What screen?
The Raiders line up in Tripp's bunch. He finds his man. Pearson didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying something fancy, like going for the pick.
Second and 7.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Left. Defense, get ready.
With a counterplay. Harris comes up to make the play at the 50-yard line. Great run there. That'll be a first down.
He really ran well there. He gets some great blocks, and he has patience as he picks up the first down.
Eighth play of this drive.
Ball at about midfield.
The Broncos line up in a 4-3. They'll spot this one at the 47-yard line. It's his third tackle of the contest.
He was looking for a place to run, but all those places were filled up with guys waiting to tackle him.
Ninth play of this drive. Ball right around midfield.
Let's go. Be physical. Yeah, let's go, baby.
Denver lines up in a 4-3. Crane sends a man in motion.
Hey, watch that screen.
Hand it off to the back. Number 90 is there on the stop at the 41-yard line. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition. To move the chains on third down here, they have to get it to the 40.
So we're going to take it. Nowhere.
Kelly, the lone setback. Crane with a man in motion. Hand off to the tailback. Play action. Throwing. He finds his man. Good third down conversion on that catch by number 82.
Yeah, and you talk about a guy who will make every catch there is. This is your guy. His hands are so big, they just kind of swallow the football.
And this is the 11th play of this drive.
31-yard line. One of us will make a play. Not today.
The Broncos come out in a nickel package. Hand it off to the back. Harris is there for the tackle at the 30-yard line. Kelly takes it up the middle for a yard or two. And this is the 12th play of this drive.
On the 30-yard line.
Let's go. All day, baby. Come on.
The Broncos with a four-man front. Jackson comes up to make the play at the 25-yard line.
This team's always trying to get a good mix of run and pass plays.
4-yard gain on the play. On third down now, they have to get it to the 21-yard line to pick up a first.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
Crane sends a man in motion.
They ain't got nothing.
Under pressure, throws it, and he makes the grab. When you think about guys with great hands, he's very close to the top, John.
I'll tell you what, he does a great job of using his hands and not letting the ball get into his body. He's worked very hard to improve his pass catching, and I think he's become one of the best out there.
Ball on the 14-yard line.
Yeah, it's on. From the start.
Denver goes with a four-man front, gives the ball off. Jackson comes up to make the play. Jackson appears to have sustained an injury and will make his way to the sideline under his own power. Well, neither team has scored as the first quarter comes to a close. The teams have switched sides and will start the second quarter. So they have 12 yards to go for a touchdown. The Broncos come out in a nickel package. Floats one into the end zone. Pass ball's incomplete. A little too much on that pass to the end zone.
He found the lane, but he couldn't find a receiver. He has to do a better job setting his feet and getting into a good throwing position before he makes the throw.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 12-yard line.
How we go, baby? Rock and roll. Everything you got.
Out of the shotgun. Richards, the man in motion. Throwing. This one falls incomplete.
The quarterback will sometimes try to keep the ball up, to keep it away from the defender, so only his receiver can catch it. I'm not sure if anybody could have caught that one.
Kelly was the intended receiver on that play. Here we go. This will take the lead. The veteran connecting for the field goal. Moore caps off the long drive by punching a short one through.
And some people may say, oh, this is an easy field goal. Let me tell you, after everything we've seen, there are no easy ones.
Good distance. This one is taken by Claiborne. And they're about ready to get this drive started after the last series ended with a punt.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Don't stop that motor.
They'll go from the shotgun. Dropping back to pass on first down. Closing in. Gets rid of it. He couldn't find a receiver, so he threw it where no one could get it.
Second and 10.
So an update now on the injury. It doesn't appear to be anything serious, and his return is probable.
Go make a play. Let's go, boys. Get it up.
On the ground. Great fake. Throwing. Jumps up and comes down with it. Higgins makes a very difficult catch to secure the first down.
When you go up like that, coming down with it is usually not much fun, especially when you got guys nearby who are waiting to put a lick on you.
First and 10.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Keep the throttle down. With a counterplay, slips the tackle. Douglas is there for the tackle at the 43. So after that run, we can see how the two main threats on the ground have fared so far. Jackson was taken out earlier with a minor injury, but now returns to the game.
Keep moving.
I'm coming through, baby.
Sanders, the deep back. Play action. Gets the pass off. Swings it out to the fullback. Number 11 picks up about 2 yards with that completion. It'll be second down coming up.
Second and 8. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Here we go. They soft, man.
The Raiders come out in a nickel package. Pump faking with the throw. The wide receiver has it. He zips that pass in the air and picks up a first down.
That was a smart play call. They reacted to the defensive set, and they come up with just the right play to beat it.
So they have first and 10 here.
On the 46-yard line.
Give us some. Be careful.
The Raiders come out in a nickel package. Number 56 comes up to make the play. At the 48, nowhere to go that time, John.
Yeah, and that was the case of the defense winning a battle at the point of attack. If your defense can control the line of scrimmage, it makes running the ball to the middle of formation very difficult.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Let's go.
Sanders in the backfield. Gets the toss to the right. Drop in the backfield for a short loss. You know, John, he always seems to be in perfect position to make a play.
He's all about effort. His motor's always running at 100%, and he's got the experience to diagnose plays very quickly.
And this is the 8th play of this drive. Ball right around midfield.
Hey, let's go one deep.
The Raiders come out in the quarter defense. Link to the wide receiver, and blitz exploited for a first down.
Yeah, the quarterback did a heck of a job to read what the defense was doing and find the right guy.
And this is the 9th play of this drive.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Stay broken up. So we're going to take it.
The backs are lined up in an I. Cross play to the right. Number 56 created problems in the backfield on that.
You know, that's what this defense will do to you. They're so good in pursuit that if you start trying to go east and west in the backfield, you're in trouble. I'd try and run the ball right at them. That'll negate the speed that these guys have to the outside.
39-yard line.
Let's go. Watch each other back.
Sanders, the deep man. Number 11 sends a man in motion. They're coming with the blitz. Gets the pass off. And he can't hang on.
You have to be able to make those catches.
Receiver on the play.
And this is the 11th play of this drive.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Sable. Play football. Let's go. Go make a play.
Drops back.
Up top.
Gets rid of it. Behind him, but he has it. Sarah doesn't get enough to convert, and that brings up fourth down.
Gain on the play.
Foster is ready to punt this one away. Number 31 sets up, waiting for the punt. And he waves for the fair catch. It's first and 10.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
The Broncos come out in a 4-3. Little misdirection. Whitman is there for the tackle at the 27-yard line.
He's had a pretty good first half. I'm expecting him to continue to get the ball quite a bit as this game moves along.
Second and 3. Ball on the 27-yard line.
The Broncos line up in a 4-3.
Watch your eyes. Hold the line.
Pressure. Going deep. Drops the interception. Deep throw, nearly picked off.
When you've got a receiver who wins a lot of jump ball situations, you've got to throw it deep to him. That time, the defender got the better jump.
As they get ready for this third down play, we'll take a look at how they've done today.
Here we go.
The Broncos come out in a nickel package.
Here I come. Clear.
Hand it off. Tanner is there for the tackle at the 35-yard line. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point.
First and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Will. You can't stop me.
Kelly, the lone setback.
Let's go now. Royce in.
Going to the air on first down. With the throw, swatted away at the line. Grant was his intended target. Whitman was there on the coverage.
Second and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
The Broncos line up in a 4-3.
We don't get nothing. Let's go. Everything you got.
Blitz is coming with the pass, almost picked off. Boy, none of the defenders can hang on to him. That's the third dropped interception on this drive.
Yeah, they're all over the field, but they can't come up with the catches.
Third and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Here we go, baby. Rock and roll. Oh, this is
Only one man in the backfield. Drops back. Pressure coming. Pass ball's incomplete.
They did a nice job up front with their bull rushes and rips and stumps, forcing adjustments along the offensive line. They have to do a better job getting off the ball and controlling the line of scrimmage. They're going to have a tough time whenever they drop back to throw.
Claiborne back to return. And so the punt goes out of bounds. First and 10.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Blue down. Let's go.
The Raiders come out in a nickel package.
Not today.
Under pressure, gets rid of it. Nearly intercepted. Punt with the coverage.
Cody, the intended receiver, on the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Play hard and fast, baby. What's the hard count?
Sanders, the deep man.
Hey. Let's go, boys.
They'll bring the blitz. Throws it.
The
Pass ball's incomplete. Can't complete the short pass attempt, so they'll have a third down now.
Third and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line.
They ain't got nothing. Three ball. Keep it underneath. Make him dump it on. Here we go. No more, fellas.
Good protection. With the pass. Almost intercepted.
I'll tell you, the defense made a great stand right there.
This punt will be his third. And he chooses not to return this one.
Fair catch made at the 33-yard line.
Ball on their own 33.
Start the drive at the 33-yard line. First and 10.
Watch it.
The Broncos come out in a 4-3. Looking to run it here. Rosen, Gray is there on the stop at the 42.
I like the quick decision by the quarterback. The defense didn't have time to react.
Picked up 9 on the play. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. Watch the snap down. Lucky.
Dropping back. Throwing. Ooh, nearly picked off. A little too much touch.
Kelly, the intended receiver, on the play.
Two-minute warning coming
Ball
up.
on the 42-yard line.
Watch out. Get him here. Lock it up.
The Broncos with a 4-man front.
We like the pressure.
Closing in. Throws it. The pass falls incomplete.
When you talk about ball control and time of possession, that's not what you want to see.
So they'll line up to punt after going 3 and out. They'll spot this one where it went out. Almost at the 2-minute mark
Ball
now.
on the 36-yard line.
Right there. Good shoot.
He gets the carry. Number 56 is there on the stop at the 38. Sanders looks to be shaken up after that play, and we'll get you a report from the sideline when we get the information. So 2 minutes left before halftime. The injury sustained earlier was minor, and they expect him to return to the game after a series or two.
Go, B. All day, baby. Come on. Here we go, baby.
Looking to run it here. This one was spotted at the 38-yard line. It records his third tackle of the game. And here's what they've been able to do so far on third
Hey, let's
down.
go. Do something.
Throws it. This one falls incomplete.
It was almost like the defenders were in the huddle on that series. They hit a roadblock with everything they tried.
Good defensive stand there. Now they'll punt it away after a 3 and out. Won't take a chance trying to return this
Fair
one.
catch made at the 23-yard line.
They'd like to add a few more points to this lead, but will need to do a good job with clock management. First and 10.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Hey, watch that screen.
Denver goes with a 4-man front. With the throw. This pass is incomplete. Buckley teed off on him and had forced the ball out before he could make the reception.
Yeah, and he's either going to get in there and knock the ball out, or he's going to knock someone else out.
Second and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line.
You gotta believe it. It's all day. Let me go.
Denver comes out in their nickel package.
Play hard and fast, baby. Bring it up. Let's go.
With the pass, he hits his receiver. Whitman is there on the stop at the 50, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 50-yard line.
Keep moving.
Crane out of the gun. Throws it. The pass falls incomplete. Got just a little too much air under it.
Intended receiver on the play.
Sanders returns after spending time on the sideline with an injury.
Here we go.
Kelly, the lone setback.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Throwing. And he makes the grab. The 10. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And the long pass goes for 6 on a probable blown coverage.
Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what happened. The cover 2 defense, which is what they were in there, is supposed to prevent long passes. But if the safety doesn't make the play in the deep ball, then that's what's going to happen.
Moore comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good.
Football is all about trusting your teammates to make good decisions out there in the heat of the battle. When you can do that, everybody starts firing on all cylinders, and you can come up with drives like the one we just saw.
Booming kick downfield. This one is taken by Claiborne. Nothing happened for the offense on their last drive as they went 3 and out. Ball on their own 20.
Will start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
They'll bring the blitz. Pressure. Great job getting in there to drag the quarterback down. And he picks up the sack.
And he'll make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
Second and 15.
Ball on the 15-yard line.
There we go, D. Set. Yeah, you see me. No more, fella. Hey, watch the ball. Defense, get ready. Keep the throttle down. Come on. Get it up. Play football. Check it.
Hand it off to the back. Olsen comes up to make the play at the 24.
You got to keep going to the run. You never know when there's going to be great blocking ahead of you, allowing for a big one right into the end zone.
3rd and 6. Ball on the 24-yard line.
The Raiders come out in a nickel package.
Let's go, man.
Hand it off. Watson is there on the stop at the 27-yard line. Denver comes up short on 3rd down again. Number 31 sets up to run back the punt. He's waving for the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 40-yard line.
Sometimes you want to get a score before the half, but when you're leading in a game like this, you don't want to do anything risky. So you just run the ball and start getting ready for the second half.
The drive at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
Deuce it. Keep moving.
Pull back handoff. Robinson comes up to make the play at the 42-yard line. Ball on their own 42.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
There we go. Whip. Watch your eyes.
The Broncos with a four-man front.
They ain't got nothing.
A little misdirection. A little juke there. Number 25 is there on the stop at the 48. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today.
First and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Clear. From the start.
The Broncos come out in a nickel package.
Let's go. Hey, let's go one deep.
Dropping back the pass on first down. Steps up into the pocket. And it's complete. Claiborne is there for the tackle at the 41.
A successful offense is one that can run and throw for good yardage on first down.
And that's a gain of about 8. That's the end of the second quarter with the score. The Raiders ahead of the Broncos 10-0.
We're ready to begin the third quarter of play.
Moore looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. He won't have a chance for a return here.
This is where you want to respond quickly, or this could turn into a battle for field position.
Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Everything you got. Watch it play. Watch each other back.
Going to the air on first down. Throws it. And this pass is completed. Number 40 makes the tackle at the 34. He puts something extra on that throw, and that'll keep the chains moving.
And that's what it takes sometimes, because defenders are so quick that 1 millisecond can make a difference.
First and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Let's go. Over swing right. Here we come.
They're blitzing. Gets rid of it. And it's complete. Blitz almost got to him there, John.
You don't always have to get to the quarterback when you blitz effectively. Football's about rhythm and timing. Bringing extra guys that makes him throw the ball before he wants to can upset that timing.
Ball on their own 39.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Out of the I formation. Greg in motion.
Stop that motor. Danny.
He was drilled as he threw.
And this guy's so strong, he was able to get that pass away.
Third and 5. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Go make the play.
This team has to start converting on third down if they're going to be successful.
Gets the pass off, and he steps out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Good pass to the fullback on that play, John.
And don't be surprised if they look in his direction again. He's not just a solid lead blocker. He can hurt you in the passing game, too.
First and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Here it comes. One of us gonna make a play. So low.
Bennett comes in motion.
Here we go, baby. All on us, y'all. Here we go.
Hit as he throws. He didn't want to risk an interception and decides to throw it away. Ball on their own 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Be careful. Let's go. Be physical. Yeah, you see me. Come on.
Only one man in the backfield. Tries the left side. They'll spot this one at the 45-yard line. So that tackle was his third.
They've done a pretty good job moving the ball on the ground.
Looking for a third down conversion here. They have to get it to the 43.
Not here.
The offense has had trouble moving the sticks on third down so far. With a pass play on third and short. Throwing. Broken up. Denver has 6 failed third down attempts, John.
Well, they're not making the plays when they really need to. They need someone to step up and get this team going.
Foster will come in now to punt it away. Number 31 lines up deep for the punt return. And he waves for the fair catch.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
There we go. It's on. You can't stop.
The Broncos come out in a 4-3. Within this direction, Harris created problems in the backfield on that. Defensive line sniffed that play out beautifully.
The guys along the defensive line are very big and very active, and they're very good at sucking up blocks, opening holes for the linebackers to make plays when the other team decides to go with the run.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
Here we come.
Kelly lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Hands it off. They're going to spot this one at the 24-yard line. And that's now 3 tackles for him in this game. Now it's 3rd and 6 coming
Ball
up.
on the 24-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Here we go.
They've executed very well on third down so far, and that's a big reason why they're ahead at the moment. Great fake. With the pass, drops the interception.
The defense dug in their cleats and held their ground on that series of downs.
Sapp comes into the game for the punt. Claymore is the deep return man. Fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 31-yard line.
First and 10.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
They'll go from the I formation. Fullback handoff. Number 56 is there on the stop at the 38-yard line. I like how this big guy can run with the football.
Yeah, and this fullback can do more than just get out there and lead block. Give him the ball and watch him rumble.
2nd and 3 coming up here.
On the 38-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go now. Watch the foot.
Little misdirection. Olsen comes up to make the play. Pickup of about 5 that produces a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and the offensive line did a pretty good job picking up the blitz, giving him the extra time he needed to find the hole.
First and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Get it up. Yeah, you see me.
The backs are lined up in an I. With a counterplay, it's on the ground. The Raiders scoop it up. Lose the ball in the backfield, and the defense recovers.
When there's that much force coming at you before you even get going, the chances of fumbling go way up.
First and 10. And after conversing with his coaches upstairs, he decides to challenge this one.
I think that's the right thing to do.
And we'll take a few looks to determine whether the ball came out before the knee was down.
The key thing here is that the ball started to come out before his knee was down. If it did, then it should be counted as a fumble.
The ruling on the field stands. There was a fumble on the play.
And the coach took a chance, knew he'd have to lose a timeout, but that's the way it goes.
That turned out to be a good call. Even though it was challenged and they lost, the only thing they lost in the end was a timeout. The gain would have been much greater had it gone the other way.
Watch the hard count.
He hands it off. Robinson is there on the stop at the 35-yard line.
A big part of this guy's running style is to use the blockers to set up his cut, but they were nowhere to be found on that run.
Gain of about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up here.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
I'm coming through, baby.
One of us gonna make a play.
Dropping back. Fires this one deep. Jumps up and comes down. Touchdown, Raiders. They put up 6 points by beating the coverage.
Cover 2 does have some holes, especially in the seams.
Moore comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. They capitalize on good field position, get it into the end zone.
Yeah, you got to convert opportunities like that into touchdowns. And that time, they did it with authority.
Nice kick. Plenty of distance. This one is handled by Claiborne. The Broncos need to rebound quickly as they start this drive at the 20.
The Broncos will start the drive at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Number 11 sends a man in motion.
Let's go, B. Let's go.
A little misdirection. This one will be spotted at the 25-yard line. It's 3 tackles so far for him today.
The best backs in the league average 4 to 5 yards a carry. But there are a lot of things that go into a successful running game. You got to have good play calling, good blocking up front, and a back that can take advantage when he sees the opening.
We like a pack of wolves. 2 deep.
Nickelback in this time. With the pass. Knocked away. Number 83 was the one they were trying to get the ball to. Watson had the coverage on the play.
Third and 5. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Watch a man.
I think this defense looks forward to these third down situations because they've been stopping them today.
Throws it. He was tipped.
Good defense and 3-and-out series are the way to keep your defense fresh and rested.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. And he chooses not to return this one.
Fair catch made at the 38-yard line.
Ball on their own 38.
Start the drive at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10.
Get some slot going.
Denver goes with a 4-man front. With the carry, Tanner is there on the stop at the 45.
These guys that can shrug off tackles are great to have in your backfield. Some of these guys are big and they just run over the defender, while other guys wait until the defender commits, then they use a move or a juke or a spin to get out of a tackle.
Kelly, Cologne setback. With the pass, and he hits his target. Buckley is there for the tackle at midfield. A little pass underneath will give them a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, what I like about this quarterback is how much he'll hit the receivers in the numbers. He puts a ball where either his guy will catch it or no one will.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
I can do it, baby. Let's go. One back. Set.
Crane with a man in motion.
What screen? Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Hands it off to the back. Harris gets right in there and brings him down. Great penetration there.
And that's the thing. To stop any kind of run between the tackles, you have to get some sort of penetration. You have to get into the backfield, and when you do that, you make the back change direction, making him go where he doesn't want to go.
On the 48-yard line.
You gotta believe it. It's RJ. Hey, watch the screen.
From the gun, Crane sends a man in motion.
Go make a play. Check it. Let's go, dude.
Dropping back. Pressure coming with the throw. And he makes the grab. Bray is there on the stop at the 34. Perfect spiral on that pass.
This is a guy who can make all the throws out there. He shows a nice touch in the short patterns, can thread it in there against tight coverage, and he can put some air on it when he's trying something downfield.
34-yard line.
What's the play? Here I go.
The Broncos come out in a 4-3.
We like to pack the wood.
They'll bring the blitz. Throwing. Knocked to the ground, and it's incomplete. So, second down
The
upcoming.
intended receiver on the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line.
The Raiders line up in the bunch formation. Gets the toss to the left. A little juke there. Joyce is there for the tackle at the 19-yard line. Shot out of a cannon, John, the way he exploded after he got the handoff.
I'll say the offensive line created some movement up front. Everybody got his block, and the back did a great job of finding the running lane. When you're talking about execution in the running game, this is just the kind of thing you're talking about.
Their last red zone trip resulted in a field goal.
Let's go, man.
Throws it. It's batted away. He was pressured as the defense forced the issue.
Yeah, and that's something the defensive coordinator mentioned in practice this week. Making the quarterback throw the ball before he's ready to throw it.
And this is the 8th play of this drive.
19-yard line.
They have a big lead, and they're on the move again inside the 20.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Under pressure, gets the pass off. Pearson was the intended receiver on that play. Bray was there on the coverage. And this is the 9th play of this drive.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
From the start, from the start.
They've done very well on third down to this point. Drops back with the pass, and it's caught. He's made some good throws and is now over 200 yards for the game. They're just 3 yards away from the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go, baby. Don't stop that motor.
Kelly is the deep back. Crane sends a man in motion.
Here we go. All on us, y'all.
Trying to get to the pylon. And they're in. Touchdown.
When it comes to a play like this, the lowest man with the best leverage is going to generate the biggest push. Seems that the offense got plenty low on that play.
So they'll try to tack on the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. And now, John, they're just dominating with 24 unanswered points.
Heck, with the way they're playing right now, they could score 124.
Moore in to kick this one off. He got all of that one. This one is taken by Claiborne. The offense takes over after they were 3 and out on their last possession.
They'll start the drive at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
I'm coming through, baby.
Let's go.
Sanders, the deep man. They'll pass on 1st down. Throws it. The pass is picked off. Sharp slipper. Going to the well once too often, the defender was right there in position to pick it off. Following the interception, it's now 1st and 10. Kelly, the lone back. Throwing. Jumps and makes the catch. Whitman comes up to make the play at the 23-yard line.
When you're a receiver and a pass goes over your head like that, you got to get up there, pull the ball in, and tuck it in before you get hit.
2nd and 6.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Blue down. Deuce it. Let's run, man.
So we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter with the Raiders ahead of the Broncos 24-0.
Nothing.
The Raiders are very much in control. We'll come close to wrapping it up with the score here as we begin this 4th quarter. It's 2nd down and 6 to go.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Good shoot. It's showtime, baby. Here we go.
Denver lines up in a 4-3.
Watch the snap down.
Dropping back with the throw, and he makes the grab. Good throw there, and they pick up a 1st down.
11-yard gain on the play.
So they have 12 yards to go for a touchdown.
12-yard line.
Watch out. Here I go.
The Broncos come out in a 4-3. Throwing. Incomplete pass.
Hey, you don't want to waste too many opportunities like that.
Number 82 was his intended target.
Second and 10. Ball on the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
Out of the I formation. Richard in motion.
Hey, watch the screen. Here we go. Here we go, baby.
Hand it off to the back. Number 90 is there on the stop at the 12. The defensive tackle surged through the line to bring the runner down. Third down, and if they can get to the 2-yard line, they'll pick up the 1st. Nice job so far on 3rd down for the offense, and we'll see if that continues here. 4th down upcoming, but they're in position to add to their lead.
Yeah, and that's what they wanted to do. Control the ball and the clock while getting into position to add at least 3 points.
So this one will be from about 31 yards out. The try is good. The Raiders have it all working now as they continue to expand their lead. Moore is back and ready to put this one in the air. Sends it sailing. This one is fielded by Claiborne.
It sure doesn't look like they're going to be able to come back in this one, but it's an issue of pride. They want to prove that they're better than they've played so far.
Denver
It's 1st and 10.
will start the drive at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Set. Hut.
Looking to run it here. Fakes the handoff. Closing in. Pass ball's incomplete.
When you let the defense get into your backfield that quickly, bad things are going to happen to you.
Second and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
I'm coming through, baby.
Let's go, D. You gotta have it, D. We turning it up.
Drops back with the throw. T is there on the stop. He brings it in for a big gain.
Almost every wide receiver gets better at running routes as they get older, and this guy's no exception.
First and 10.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
They soft, man. Let's go.
Only one man back. Pump fakes. Pressure. Gets rid of it. Almost picked off. Olsen had his hands on it.
He's a pretty good cover linebacker. He can run with most guys, and he gets good position. Then he reads the pass, and he makes his move. But he'll drop a few like that one.
Second and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Get me going.
Out of the shotgun. Drops back with the pass, and he dropped it. He somehow got that pass in.
The play didn't work because the quarterback's timing and balance was off. When he starts to feel pressure, he gets a little nervous, and he has to get rid of the ball.
Third and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Danny. Ain't no thing. Great pass.
The Raiders come out in a nickel package. Pressure coming, throwing, and the catch is made. First down as he's able to hang on to that bullet.
Yeah, great job of holding on to it. That one had steam coming off it.
First and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Not today. Let's go.
They line up in the I formation. Under pressure, the rush gets him from behind. Great play to knife in there for the sack. Clearly, the offensive line is having a lot of trouble getting it together.
You have to be able to protect the quarterback in that type of situation. It's going to take a little longer to find the open man or the hole in the zone. You got to find a way to give him that extra time that he needs.
The Raiders come out in a nickel package. Gets the pass off. Incomplete as the defender knocks it away. Number 31 with the coverage. Eighth play of this drive.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
Watching the knee. Back it up, baby.
Number 11 back in the shotgun. Langford, the motion man. Going deep. It's caught. Touchdown, Broncos. What a play, John. They sent everyone back in coverage, yet he's still able to connect with his receiver for the touchdown.
Now that is one heck of a play. He made the perfect read, got it off quickly, and the receiver did the rest.
Pritchett comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good. The Broncos still find themselves in a very deep hole.
They're going to need a lot of luck to even have a chance at coming back in this one.
Not enough time to try to get the ball back, so the onside kick is the call. Here it is. Los Angeles recovers it.
They have this game pretty well in hand. This is one of those spots where you might want to get some of your backups some playing time.
Ball on the 37-yard
Ball
line.
on the 37-yard line.
Watch in.
Denver goes with a four-man front. On the carry. Gray is there on the stop at the 32-yard line. Kelly runs it through the middle, a gain of about 6. Second and 5.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Get it started. Nothing.
The Broncos line up in a 4-3.
Let's go.
Stepping up. Closing in. Rolls left. With the throw. Comes up with it. Number 25. Comes up to make the play. Good throw. Good catch to move the chains.
You know, as a receiver, all you have to do is get a step, and this guy's going to put the ball on you.
10 yards away from the end zone.
Ball on the 10-yard line.
Stay both left. Let's go, boys. Play hard and fast.
Kelly, the lone back.
Hey, watch the screen. Whip.
Gets the pass off, and he makes the grab. Robinson is there on the stop. He found a soft spot in the coverage, John.
The receiver did a great job reading the coverage. He found a hole in the zone, and the quarterback found him in that hole with the pass.
2 yards to go for the touchdown.
Ball on the 2-yard line.
Be careful. Hey, score.
Denver lines up in the 46. Can he get there? Nice play fake. Soft lob to the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
The receiver just picked his way through the coverage, finding a little room, and he threw a strike to him for the score.
Moore comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. The Raiders pour it on with another score. This one is handled by Claiborne.
This is one of those situations where they're playing for respect. The game really hasn't gone the way they thought it would, but they have a lot of pride in their team. And I'd expect to see them keep fighting till that final whistle.
It's 1st and 10.
Will start the drive at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll go from the I formation. Higgins comes in motion. Pressure with the pass. He just can't find a way to bring that one in.
And there's not one wide receiver who can ever claim he's never dropped the pass. It's just part of the game.
Second and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
I can do it, baby. Let's go, D. All right, let's go.
Throws it. He hits his receiver. The 30. Jones is there for the tackle. They get first down yardage on that hookup. Ball on their own 35.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Watch the play. Ain't no thing.
Only one man back. With a deep throw to the right side. And he dropped it. Number 11 saw the single coverage downfield and went for it all.
Second and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Deuce it.
The Broncos line up in a 5-receiver set this time. With the throw. And this pass is completed. Number 31 is there on the stop at the 37.
Now, this is where they really have to step up. If they are a better defense, and they're going to be the better defense, they have to show it right now.
Here is a 3rd and long situation.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Hey, watch the move.
Number 11 scans the defense from the gun. Pressure coming. And they get to him out of a 3-4 alignment.
What makes this play work is everyone in defense did their part to perfection, and they stayed in their assignment.
The offense struggles again as the punter heads in for the 8th time tonight. Fair catch called for.
Fair catch made at the 35-yard line. First
2-minute warning coming
Ball
up.
on the 35-yard line.
Watch it.
Denver goes with a 4-man front. Little misdirection. Harris comes up to make the play at the 37. Kelly runs it for about 3 on the counter play. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Nothing. They don't get nothing. Bring it! From the start, from the start. Let's go, boys.
Crane
That's
with a
right.
man in motion.
Go. Yeah, you see me.
With a counter play. Robinson is there for the tackle at the 39-yard line. Keeping it on the ground, they chose to run the same exact play, not even a shift in their formation. And we've reached the 2-minute mark.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Go, one.
The offense has been stepping it up on 3rd down all day.
Perry is there on the stop at the 41. Well, that didn't cut it. Now they're looking at 4th down.
And they made the decision to just keep it on the ground. Take time off the clock, not force anything. This is a luxury of being ahead.
For the 5th time tonight, the coach sends in the punting unit. From the 20-yard line. Claiborne doesn't have a whole lot of room to work with, getting it to the 28-yard line.
They'll take over at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Raiders come out with 3 down linemen and 7 defensive backs. With the pass, incomplete. And they have to go to the air because they need big plays fast.
That's right. You got to have composure in these situations. Find your receivers who can pick up yardage after the catch. But most importantly, you have to keep the chains moving.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raiders come out in a nickel package.
All day, baby. Come on. Keep it up.
Under pressure, looking for something long. And he can't hang it. No choice here, John. They just have to keep throwing.
Yeah, they do. Running the ball isn't going to do a whole lot of good now.
Third and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Watch the ball. Be smart. Be fine.
Only 1 man in the backfield.
Watch out.
Looking to run it here. He just unloaded on it. Trying to pick up the 1st down on the ground, but they're short.
I have to question that call. They're losing the game, and they aren't in field goal range, but they still run the ball.
Keep moving.
The rush is on. Throwing. And he lets it slip out of his grasp.
First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Keep the throttle down. Blue down.
Denver lines up in a 4-3. Crane sends a man in motion. On the call, Buckley is there for the tackle at the 32-yard line. No gain on that play as the linebacker slipped in almost unnoticed.
Yeah, he did a great job getting in there. He was looking for the run before they even snapped the ball.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Bring it up.
Denver using 3 linebackers.
Watch the man. Get it up. Watch this.
Gives the ball off. They'll spot this one at the 30. He got in there and made the tackle. His 4th of the game. Kelly takes it up the middle for a yard or 2. On third down now, they have to get it to the 21-yard line to pick up a first.
Not here, not now. Make them dump it on.
Up top, up top.
Watch to the knee.
Give it to the halfback. Number 25 comes up to make the play at the 19-yard line. Just a fabulous run there, John.
What makes him a special runner is the ability to avoid hands and arms so well. It's like he knows just what to do at the very second he needs to do it.
Play football.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Set. Nothing. They don't get nothing.
Let's go. They soft, man.
No more, fellas.
I'm coming through, baby.
Watch the snap down.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go. Come on. So we gonna take it.
Keep the throttle down.
He'll take a knee. That'll wrap this one up, and the final score is Los Angeles 34, Denver 7. This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports.